A 420 MSP back with our influencer podcast. We're working down the alphabet. We're with Jeff Lapena over at the Peak Beyond. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Great. Well, so I'll tell you, let's just take it from the top. I'm looking at your page. What's your line of work? What do you guys do? What's your background?
Yeah, I come from an interactive media and really kind of film and video production background. In
Okay.
that field, I got into some kind of branding and marketing campaigns, and then eventually digital signage. And all of that kind of evolved into what we're doing now at the Peak Beyond. And we make interactive and omni-channel marketing and shopping solutions for cannabis brands and dispensaries. And so what that looks like is when we work with dispensaries specifically, we install interactive shopping displays that allow customers to pick up a product in order to trigger digital information on a shopping station. And so they're interacting with products which are now brought out from behind the counter, where customers can actually, experience the brand's packaging. And as they're walking around and shopping in ways that are more familiar to them, in other retail settings, they're able to add products to a digital cart and then submit those products, submit that order, go pay at the register, pick up their items, and head out. So really innovative, kind of interesting and engaging shopping solutions for the cannabis industry.
That is. Now, are there any compliance issues with that? I mean, I'm tracking what you're saying, but compliance is king in this industry.
So we when we have product out on the floor, we're using empty packaging. So there's not actually live product in states where you're not allowed to have live product on the floor. A lot of our dispensaries in California, however, are using bud jars that have flower in them, so that when a customer picks up a jar to smell it, that's what's triggering the shopping information in front of them.
Interesting. And then last question on the business front, then I want to talk about you individually as an influencer, but it looks like data as a service. Tell me what I'm seeing up on your screen.
Yeah, absolutely. So in the cannabis industry right now, there is a whole lot of transactional data. We know what people are buying, but we're missing a big part of the picture when it comes to in-store shopping behavior. So because we are in a lot of ways digitizing these otherwise analog dispensaries, we're adding new touch points for the consumer to interact with while they're in the store. And we're able to then collect that information, which is all anonymous, and share that with the dispensary or the brand so that they get a much clearer picture of how people are actually shopping when they're in the store. And then when we pair that with the transactional data, now we're getting a really complete picture of the cannabis consumer.
Yeah, I love it. No, it's getting sophisticated. All right, lightning round. Name one or two blogs or magazines you read in the industry as an influencer.
Well, kind of in broader retail, McKinsey.com is a great resource for kind of the way that, tech is influencing retail. So that's a major one for me. And then, CB Insights is another retail kind of blog that I pay attention to.
Yeah. Recent events you've gone to or plan to go to?
Well, I mean, we all just got back from MJ Biz and MJ Unpacked. It was my first time attending an MJ Impact. I think it was maybe their first time throwing
That's
it.
their first show.
Yeah, it was great. It was a much different experience than MJ Biz, but I had a great time.
All right, that sounds good. Well, thanks for your time, and again, congratulations on behalf of Marijuana Venture Magazine and the MS 420 MSP. I can't talk, but congratulations. Let's stay in touch.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right.